spent my first 2 years in Blender doing everything the hard way. I lost 3 hours of sculpting because I hit save instead of save as. I once parented 60 objects to a camera by accident and didn't notice for a week. I manually clicked through 4 menus just to add a subdivision surface modifier, like some kind of caveman. And nobody stopped me, because nobody teaches you the habits. They just teach you the buttons. So today, I'm giving you the 7 Blender habits that would have saved me hundreds of hours, a few mental breakdowns, and one very embarrassing moment where I presented a client with a model that still had the reference image visible in the render. Yeah, we'll get to that. Stick around, because habit number 5 is the one that literally every professional studio uses, and most beginners completely ignore it. All right, habit number 1. And if you only take one thing from this video, make it this. Stop clicking through menus. Just stop. Blender has this magic button. It's F3, or spacebar, if you change your key map. Hit it, type what you want, hit enter. Done. Want a bevel? F3, bevel. Enter. Want a remesh? F3, remesh. Enter. Want to find that weird operator you used once 3 months ago and forgot where it lives? F3, type the one word you remember. There it is. I used to hunt through tabs like I was exploring a jungle. The modifier tab, the mesh menu, the object menu, the sidebar. Where do they hide shade smooth again? Here's the reality. Every second you spend navigating a menu is a second you're not creating. And more importantly, it's breaking your flow state. You're thinking about Blender instead of thinking about your art. So here's the habit. The moment you need to do something, your hands go to F3 first. Not the mouse, not the tab. F3. It feels weird for like 3 days. Then it becomes muscle memory. And suddenly you're flying. Habit 2. Treat collections like oxygen. You don't think about them until you're suffocating. When I started, my outliner looked like a crime scene. Cube. Cube .001. Cube .002. Cube .003. Lamp. Lamp .001. Camera. Random mesh with no name. Another random mesh. A curve I made by accident and was too scared to delete. And then a client asked me to make a revision. And I spent 45 minutes just trying to figure out which object was the door handle. Here's the habit. The moment you add something to your scene, you name it. Immediately. No exceptions. And you put it in a collection that makes sense. Environment. Hero props. Lighting. Garbage I'll delete later. I don't care what the names are. Just have a system. Because collections in Blender aren't just folders. They control visibility. They control render layers. They control what gets exported. They're the backbone of your scene. And if you think, oh, I'll organize it later, you are lying to yourself. You will not organize it later. You will deliver a file named final_final_ve3_, actually _final.blend, with an outliner that looks like a tornado hit it. Name it now. Collect it now. Future you will send present you a thank you note. Habit 3. Stop applying modifiers just because you can. I get it. There's something deeply satisfying about hitting apply on a subdivision surface and seeing that clean, dense mesh. It feels like commitment. It feels like you're done. You're not done. You have just made a huge mistake. The second you apply a modifier, you've locked yourself in. Want to change the bevel width? Too bad. Want to adjust that mirror axis? Should have thought of that before. Want to go back to the low poly version? Hope you saved a backup, buddy. Non-destructive workflow isn't just a fancy phrase tech artists use to sound smart. It's freedom. It's the ability to change your mind without starting over. So here's the habit. Treat the modifier stack like a to-do list. Keep it alive as long as humanly possible. Only apply when you absolutely have to, like when you're exporting to a game engine that throws a fit if you don't. And while we're talking about the viewport, Habit 4. The Z key is your best friend. No, not for undo. That's Ctrl+Z. I mean the Pine menu. Tap Z. Look at that beautiful wheel. Wireframe. Solid. Material preview. Rendered. It's all right there. I used to click the little viewport shading icons in the top right corner every single time. And then I discovered the Z Pi menu and realized I'd been living in the dark ages. But it's not just about speed. It's about thinking in different modes. Good modelers are constantly switching views. Wireframe to check topology. Solid to check silhouette. Material preview to see how the shader reads. Rendered to catch lighting mistakes. If you're just staring at solid shaded mode for 3 hours, you're missing half the information. You're sculpting blind. So the habit is this. Every few minutes, ask yourself, what mode should I be in right now? And tap Z switch. Look, switch back. It's like having X-ray vision. Use it. Okay, habit 5. This is the one. Ctrl+Shift+S. Save as. Use it. Love it. Marry it. I cannot tell you how many times I've opened a file, made a quick change, saved over it, and then realized the quick change destroyed something I needed. Or I saved a low poly version over my high poly source. Or I saved a baked version over my unbaked version. Blender has a built-in safety net called incremental saves. It adds 0.001, 0.002, 0.003 to your file name automatically. It takes 2 seconds, and it creates a breadcrumb trail of every version you've ever made. But here's the advanced move. Combine this with a folder structure. Project name renders, project name exports, project name backups. And while we're here, autosave is not enough. Autosave is for crashes. Incremental saves are for decisions. They let you experiment without fear. They let you try the crazy shader, the aggressive decimate, the weird rigging idea, knowing you can always hop back to the last good version. Professional studios don't mess around with this. They version everything. And if you want to work professionally, you need this habit in your blood. Ctrl+Shift+S. Do it now. Do it often. Thank me later. Habit 6. Stop appending, start linking. When I started, I had a folder on my desktop called Blender Stuff. Inside were 47 blend files with names like tree_good.blend and rock_better.blend and tree_blend. And every time I needed a tree, I'd append it, which means I'd import the mesh, the materials, the textures, everything, into every single project. My files were bloated. My materials were duplicated. If I updated the tree, none of my old project got the update. Then I learned about the asset browser. If you're not using this, you're working with one hand tied behind your back. The asset browser lets you mark objects, materials, collections, and even node groups as assets. They show up in a clean, visual library. You drag and drop them into any project. And if you link instead of append, they stay connected to the source file. Update the source. Every link project updates too. It turns Blender from a bunch of separate files into an actual pipeline. And the habit is simple. Every time you make something good, a material, a prop, a lighting setup, mark it as an asset. Build your library. Stop rebuilding the wheel. Habit 7. Stop starting from scratch every time you open Blender. You know that default cube? That default light? That default camera? That layout that puts the timeline at the bottom, even though you do mostly still renders and never touch animation? You can change all of that. File. Defaults. Save startup file. That's it. Now Blender opens exactly how you want it. Your preferred layout. Your enabled add-ons. Your default cube already named Delete Me, because let's be honest, that's what we all do. But go deeper. Set up your key map. Map the things you use constantly to keys that make sense for your hands. Set your viewport to material preview by default if that's your jam. Add a background reference image setup if you do a lot of modeling from concept art. The startup file is your workshop. And every time you open Blender and rearrange windows, enable an add-on, or change a setting, you're cleaning your workshop before you can start working. Clean it once, save it, and walk into a ready-to-go studio every single time. So there it is. 7 habits that would have saved me from a lot of frustration, a lot of lost work, and one very awkward client call about a visible reference plane. If you're still in your first year of Blender, you just had a cheat code. Use these habits now, and you'll be operating like someone with 5 years of experience by this time next year. If you're a veteran and you're sitting there nodding like, yeah, obviously, drop a comment and tell me which habit took you the longest to learn. I bet we've all got a story about the one that got us. And if you found this helpful, here's what I need you to do. Hit that subscribe button, because this channel is all about Blender workflows, tips, and the kind of practical advice that actually moves the needle. No fluff, no 10-minute tutorials for a 5-second technique. Just the habits, tools, and mindsets that make you faster and better. Like this video, if it saved you from a future disaster. It tells YouTube to put this in front of other Blender artists who are still clicking through menus and praying their file doesn't corrupt. Drop a comment with the habit you're implementing first. Let me know if I missed one. I'm always looking for new workflow tricks, and the best ones come from the community. Share this with that one friend who's still applying modifiers like they're going out of style. They need to see this. All right, open Blender. Customize that startup file. And I'll see you in the next one. Happy blending.